So hello my ghosts and goblins, I have resurrected Unwind Sessions from the dead just to give you my scariest interpreter's story.
Tune in as Interpret Your World's co-founder, Juan Prieto, talks about the highlights of his workday as a professional medical video remote interpreter. If you are aspiring to learn something new and gain insight into what the world of medical interpretation is really like, then you've come to the right place. Follow along as Juan talks not only about his success, but the daily challenges he has to overcome to become a better interpreter each and every day. This is Unwind Sessions with Juan Prieto.
So welcome back guys, October 31st, 2021. Happy Halloween and good morning Alejandro. Sometimes we just have to set our mind on a thing and do it. We just have to do the damn thing. We have to do what we want and we have to be what we want to become. We have to own it, empower it. It has to be us or else it is not going to work. Alright, as we have made it a tradition here in Unwind Sessions, let's get started with the commercials first. Do we like all doggos? Do we like animals? Do we want to make a difference in the world? Of course we do. How many times have we driven past those homeless dogs or homeless animals in the street, right? And we wish that we could help them. You can help them today with just one like to Happy Lab NFT on Facebook or on Twitter. That is going to help to set up the future, to help all of these dog shelters in the world and to help all of those animals. It is your chance to not drive by the homeless animal. It is your chance to actually help, and you can help with just a like. So hopefully you can help us in our project. Is an NFT art project. We hope to sell this art project, give utility to all of the community, give back to the community while we're doing it, and of course we give back to all of the doggos and all of the animal shelters in the world. We have to start small. We're going to start with a shelter here, and as the project grows we hope to aid many shelters all over the world. All right, and another thing, remember that we are posting our vocabulary practice videos. That is translation practice from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English. And we are also doing definition for our medical words on TikTok, on Kawaii, on Instagram Reels, which we post to Facebook, and then we post on YouTube Shorts as well. So that is five platforms. There is no excuse for you to not be practicing your vocabulary with us every day. So go ahead and follow us on all the platforms, share all of our content, and let's raise the bar on interpreting. Another thing, we are still doing the MIP 21 thing, so don't forget that. Go ahead and get your comment on that video. Why? Because when that video reaches 100 likes, we're gonna go ahead and pick 2 comments at random from that video. We're gonna go ahead and pick those 2 comments. We're gonna give the people who made those 2 comments exclusive links to MIP 22. That way they can go ahead and record their interpretations to MIP 22, send them over to us, and we will give them some lovely feedback. Remember that we also have a Patreon page where with as little as $1 of your support, you help motivate us to create much more content. We give you access to all of the medical practice videos ad-free. We give you scripts, we give you answer sheets, vocabulary lists, and much more content. And most importantly, you will forever win a place inside of our heart. All right, and remember that price is not going to stay that cheap forever. So get the most bang for your buck. Support us now, support a good cause, and support your future, right? Raising the bar on interpreting. Woohoo! Sandra, one more thing. Do you have 2 years of medical interpretation experience, live in the United States, Mexico, or Costa Rica area, and are looking for employment in VRI or OPI, go ahead and send us an email, interpretyourworld@gmail.com. This is a third-party company, not Interpret Your World. This is a company that I am employed in and the company that I work for. So, best company in Mexico. Go ahead and give us a shout out if you are interested. All right, so let's get started. You guys might be wondering what's going on, right? So first of all, let me tell you that I have resurrected Unwind just for today, just for Halloween, because I have to tell you my most scary interpretation story. Now, this is something that had been thought out since like the beginning days of Unwind session. I wanted to tell you this story, and I was hoping to tell you this story in Halloween, of course. So this video was gonna happen. Of course, we had to kill Unwind sessions. We had to end it. But I thought I would just bring it back just for today, just for Halloween, one time only, for that scary story which I wanted to give you since such a long time. So Unwind is dead, so we're still gonna be doing this, all right? And number two, you might be wondering about the dress. Of course, it's Halloween, and well, I told my sister Carla about it. I told her that I was gonna do this scary Unwind session, and she said, okay, go for it, and you should dress us up as something, as a vampire or something. Immediately I thought, well, I'm not gonna struggle with that. I'm just gonna put on a filter. But then I remembered that, hey, I cannot put on a filter with this app, right? So that was out of the question, and I told my family. And then my daughter said, hey, why don't you just put on the dress? And I said, wow, that is a brilliant idea. You are a genius. Let me tell you something about this dress. So this dress is a dress. This is my Aurora dress. You see, I'm a Disney princess today. And so this is a dress that my mom gave to me for my daughter. So my daughter loves dressing up. So she gave me this dress, but this is a grown-up dress or a teenager dress. So of course it didn't fit my daughter, and since it didn't fit my daughter, my wife said, oh no, I don't want that dress. I don't want her to play with that dress. That dress is not for little girls. So what I did is I hung up this dress in the closet, and I have it here, and every time my daughter comes around, she puts the dress on and she plays with it and whatever. So it's happy, and she gets to have a dress here. So there's that dress, right? So now we know how the dress got here and why do I have this dress. So she was a genius, and I said, all right. So I didn't decide to try on the dress. I don't know why. It didn't even pass. It didn't even get to my head. Like, it's not like I had an idea, oh, maybe if I'm gonna be wearing a dress, I should put on the dress. Now, I have to confess, I have never ever worn a dress in my life. This is my first dress, and as you can see, I have failed to put it on because it doesn't fit. It does not fit. Like, I try to put it on and then it fits around my neck, but what fits around my neck is supposed to be around my shoulders. So I was backed into a corner. I had nothing, no filters, nothing to save me. The only thing was getting on this dress. So I put the dress on as I could. It was very difficult to put it on. First of all, because it didn't fit me. Second of all, because I had never worn a dress. So it's difficult. If I was a woman, I think I would have never ever wear a dress. They're just so difficult. Or maybe it's difficult because I never done it. But yeah, so this is what you have here. Aurora, right? It's not fitting me, guys. So, but of course I had to dress up, right? It's Halloween, so I thought I might do something nice, something funny, right? And maybe Juan in a dress will get me viral. So hopefully, here's to making it viral, to being in a dress. So hopefully you guys can see me in a dress, right? My daughter and my son just came by and they laughed at me because they said I looked very funny in this dress. So I feel funny. So all right, so now you know the whole story of the dress. So here's one in the dress. All right, so now we're all up to date. So this is probably gonna be like the last unwind session for a while or forever. Who knows? So let's get to my scary story. Of course, it's probably not gonna seem that scary because it's a guy in a dress telling it, but it's more psychological than scary. Hopefully. But that's a scary story that I have though. Alright? So my scariest story is an interpreter. So it had been a little less than a year that I had been working as an interpreter. I was working OPI and I was living in the capital of the state, Chihuahua. And for reasons of destiny that I'm not going to explain in this video, I had to come back to my hometown to live, and we were living out of my mother-in-law's house. And that's scary, right? Living in your mother-in-law's house, is that not scary? I don't know what is, but she's pretty cool. So anyways, it wasn't all that bad living in my mother-in-law's house. And at that time I was making like the most money I had ever made in Mexico. Like I was making bank, like you have no idea. I just wanted to spend every living minute doing the interpreting. And of course they told me that I could do all the OT that I wanted. Yeah, right, not all the OT that I wanted. We had limits, but I was just doing all the OT that I could get. Like if I had OT at 10 p.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m., waking up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., you name it. If there was OT, I was going to kill it and I was going to take those hours. It didn't matter what time I had to wake up. It didn't matter what time I had to log in. I was in money making mindset and there was nothing gonna take my OT away from me. So here I am at my mother-in-law's house and everybody goes to sleep early there. So that day I accepted some OT. This was OT from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. And since I was working in the living room and since everybody was asleep, I tried to be as quiet as possible. And I was in the dark. I was using a whiteboard at that time, and I was writing everything on that whiteboard, and the only thing that was lighting up my night or my interpreting was this. The only thing that was lighting up my whiteboard so that I could see my notes was my computer light. So that was it, and that's the way that I worked. And this was like every day OT. Every day I was doing OT and I didn't even care what time it was. I was doing it because I needed the money and I wanted to get ahead in life. So yeah, I was doing that. Give me my OT. So I was there working my OT in the dark in my mother-in-law's living room. It was just a night like every other night. I didn't think much about it until the next call came in. I did not know what I was getting myself into. So a call came in and it was a 911 session. The LEP was very excited. He was crying, talking 100 miles per hour, and it was very hard to understand everything that he had to say. So the 911 agent told him that he needed to calm down, and he got the person to calm down a little. And he said that he had been drinking with his friend and that his friend fell back from his stool, hit himself in the back of the head, and was laying down with his eyes closed, foaming from the mouth. Like, if that's not scary, I don't know what is. If I was in the situation, I would have been as panicked as that man. So the next question obviously was, all right, so where are you? And the gentleman just kept on saying, oh, I don't know where I am. Of course, all in Spanish. I don't know where I am. Like, I don't live here. I just came here with my friend and we were drinking. He lives in like some very, very big apartments and I don't know where he lives. And I have already gone outside and nobody opens the door. I'm crying. I don't know what to do. The apartments are big. I don't know how to get the address. And well, the 911 agent asks him, he's like, well, go outside, ask someone. There has to be, and I'm talking, this was, I don't know what place he was in, but it was midnight where I was. So it was probably pretty late where he was. So I don't know what place this person was at, but I'm guessing it was after midnight. So of course there was not going to be anybody in the street or anything. And the 911 agent kept on asking him, like, find out where you are, so I can send you an ambulance right away. And the guy kept on saying, just hurry up, because he's gonna die, hurry up. And that's all that he said. And he was crying, and he just kept on saying that. And we weren't getting anywhere, right? And the 911 agent just gave up. And then he said, sir, if you do not find out the address, we're not going to be able to send anyone. And if you do not give me an address, then I have to get off the phone. There's a lot of other people that have emergencies right now that do know the address to where we can send an ambulance and we can really help them. I'm sorry, sir, but we cannot help you. And you're just wasting my time. Find an address and call us back, because we're not going to be able to help you if you don't know where to send the ambulance. And the guy's answer was just like, oh, hurry up, he's going to die. And I understand that, right? I mean, well, he doesn't know where he's at, but I mean, so this guy just gave up. I don't know what was going on with him. And so he was just yelling, trying to get the 911 man to send him an ambulance to who knows where, because he didn't know where he was. So I was just there. My mind was fumbling that this guy didn't know where he was. I was struggling to understand him. And everything was just bad in this session. It was just a bad session because, of course, I mean, that guy was in great trauma, right? He was like suffering the worst psychological moment in his life. And then the 911 agent said, sir, I'm going to hang up with you right now because you don't know where to send the ambulance and you are just wasting my time. So goodbye, sir. And when he said that, the next thing that came out of the LEP's mouth was, ah, ya se murió. Now, if you don't speak English, that means, ah, he just died. And that was like the most horrible thing that I could just hear right at that moment. And when that happened, click, the call was over. So I was snapped out of this like really traumatic call, right? It was midnight. It was the last session. Everything was silent. I was completely surrounded by darkness and silence and the thought that this man just died in my session. So, I mean, my whole world just collapsing on me. I didn't even know what to do. Like, of course, I logged out, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, just so out of it. Like, and what got most of me was like the silence and the darkness. If I had another session, maybe it wouldn't have had such a big impact on me, because the next session would have forced me to stop thinking about that and I would have gone to the next one. But no, this was the last session. It ended in darkness and silence, and I was just there. Like, honestly, I couldn't even go to sleep. I was just thinking about that session for a good half an hour or two, and I was like, oh man, I just couldn't believe it. And of course I felt bad. I felt like there was something else that I could have done. I don't know, man. Everything was just, I was like just going over that session 100 times, trying to see what I did wrong. But, oh, man, I hated that session. And I hope that no one has another session like me or like that one. I hope that I never get another session like that. Like, that was like the most horrible session that I've ever had. That was my scariest session. And, yeah, I just wanted to terrorize your minds with it. so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, now you know. And I had to tell you this, guys. Like, honestly, I was waiting so long to tell you about this scariest session that I had. So I just had to bring back Unwind session. So I couldn't let it die. We're gonna probably bury it now. Well, I'm probably gonna be coming up every once in a while saying hi, giving you some more stuff, but of course it's not gonna be every day like before. So yeah, that's it. So Unwind is over. I thought it would make it past Halloween. It didn't. So do you have any other scary interpreting stories that you would like to let us know? And if we get enough input, if we get enough stories, I might do another scary Unwind featuring your stories. So that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much to all of our Patreons. Thank you so much to everyone that has bought us a coffee, all of our subscribers, everyone that is watching, all of our viewers, and you that is watching the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the video and have not done so for much more content. And don't forget to share. So have yourself a safe and happy Halloween, and may your days be full of LEPs that barely speak English and medical providers with nightmare accents. So have a great rest of your day. Have a safe Halloween. Happy interpreting. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Unwind Sessions. Make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. And if you learned something new today, it'd be great if you left us a review. You can also visit us on patreon.com/interpretyourworld or visit our website, interpretyourworld.com. Unwind Sessions.